Now there are tension measurement controls, and we're going to talk about dancer roll and load cell. Those are the two types. And tension measurement controls look at the tension in the web and give you an output relative to a set point. So you set where you want your tension, and as a tension measurement control, either a dancer or a load cell sees a change, it tries to make a change at a drive to keep tension as close as possible to the set point that you put into it. They can easily compensate for unplanned tension changes in your machine, whereas an open loop system, the 3 open loop systems we talked about, can't do that. A good example is if you have, let's say in your machine, you have a bearing, a ball bearing that sticks every time it comes around as it makes a revolution. An open loop system can't see that because, again, it's just giving you an output relative to roll radius. A closed loop system, which is the dancer or the load cell type, will see tension changes, unplanned tension changes in the web, and will try to make adjustments for those tension changes. But because they don't know roll radius by themselves, a closed loop system, a dancer or load cell doesn't know what the radius is in the web. They can't give you taper tension at the rewind by themselves without knowing the radius, without some kind of input into the control mechanism telling them what the radius is building on the rewind. This is an example of a dancer roll control. Basically, you come off of an unwind, and this is a rotational type dancer, but you wrap through a set of rollers, and basically all dancers have a tendency to push. No matter what kind of dancer you have, a dancer has a tendency to push the roll assembly, the dancer roll assembly, in one direction, and the web has a tendency to pull it in the opposite direction. And that's how dancer rolls work. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. This is an example of a load cell tension control working in the internal zone. Basically, in this example, you have a master drive control. Somewhere on your machine, you're going to set the speed of your machine. You're going to set how fast you want to go. And there's a drive mechanism that's going to drive a set of drive rolls, like nip rolls, and drive the web into the process. And then you're going to have a load cell, possibly, that will measure the tension in the web. And this slave drive will be adjusted by this load cell. So as again, load cells use strain gauges to measure the weight, theoretical weight that's applied to this roller. And if it sees more or less weight at these strain gauges, the control tells the drive to adjust, to go a little faster, a little slower, to add or subtract torque so that the web tension remains constant through your process. As just a very simple example of how a load cell could work within an internal zone.